Hello and welcome to the Soil Core's video on how to dig a soil pit for CEMA 221. Our group, the Soil Core team, received funding from the USDA and NRCS to help train qualified individuals to perform soil health testing. The goal of this CEMA is to monitor soil carbon before and after an NRCS implemented conservation practice. For more information on how to be a qualified individual for CEMA 221 in the Western States, please visit our website at boisestate.edu/soil conservation. Step 1. Prepare before you dig. As a qualified individual, completing a CEMA 221 contract requires you to fill out paperwork with the following information. Note that the Soil Core team has created a field questionnaire to ensure all pertinent information is captured. Be sure to call 811 to check for utilities or any other regional equivalent. Label your soil sampling bags to have farm tract producer name, field ID, soil name, sample depth, date, and GPS location. Place flags in the 6 to 9 locations of the field where the soil samples will be taken. And be sure to have the equipment you need to fill out the paperwork for CEMA 221. This is all covered in our Tool Standard Operating Procedure, or Tool SOP. Step 2. Prepare soil pit equipment. Soil pit equipment can be purchased from any hardware store or the AMS website. Links are available in the video description. To be prepared for digging the soil pit, you should have shovel, pickaxe, sharpshooter shovel, soil core ring or a slide hammer with split core, soil knife, rubber mallet, and a tape measure. Each function of the items listed is described in our tool SOP. Step 3. Dig the soil pit. We recommend you have your personal protective equipment on, including gloves and closed-toe boots. Be sure to have plenty of water to keep hydrated. Outline the hole. Orient your soil pit so that the sun will shine on the wall you will sample from. This means you will be facing north as you dig with the sun at your back. This allows you to be able to see the color and horizons if you decide to characterize the soil profile. Once you've outlined the soil pit, clear off the top layer of organic matter, or roll back if it's sod. For the first 30 centimeters, try to pile the soil further away from the hole so that the deeper that you go, the closer the pile of soil will be to your pit. This is also helpful when you fill the hole back in, as you won't be inverting the soil and its nutrients. Add steps to the soil pit so your shovel will fit and you can easily access the hole. As you reach the 30 to 60 centimeter depth, you may need a pickaxe to get through the soil. Continue digging until the overall depth of the pit is a little over 100 centimeters. Keep the back wall, or sampling wall, as vertical as you can. You may need the sharpshooter shovel in order to achieve this. Stay off the back wall as well to make sure that it stays intact and so the vegetation does not get crumpled. This is helpful for photos and context when characterizing the soil pit. Step 4. Sampling. For CEMA 221, it requires that in one sample location we collect 0 to 15 centimeters, 15 to 30 centimeters, 30 to 60 centimeters, and 60 to 100 centimeter intervals. This video will show you how to use a slide hammer core to take those samples. Using a measuring tape along the soil profile of the back wall, measure the first increment, 0 to 15 centimeters. Mark out the increment on the wall. Hammer the core down into the wall and hold the wall to prevent it from collapsing. Use the soil knife to dig out the core from the wall. Cut in and around to avoid collapsing the wall. Take out the split core and clean off any excess dirt on the outside of the core. Unscrew the auger tip. And use the soil knife to level off the soil to ensure accuracy. Dump it in a bag labeled with the correct increment. Use a wooden club or another tool to knock the dirt out of the core if it is stuck. Before you take the next increment, widen the 0 to 15 centimeter hole to easily access and core the next increment. Using the tape measure, mark the next increment and hammer the core in. Complete increment 15 to 30 centimeters. Be sure to hold the wall as you core down to depth. Use a soil knife to cut out the core. and put the core sample in a bag with the appropriate increment on it. Repeat the process for increments 30 to 60 centimeters and 60 to 100 centimeters. Step 5. Repeat sampling on your next locations. CEMA 221 requires 6 to 9 locations are sampled within a 10-acre area of interest, meaning there will be 6 to 9 different soil sample pits. All 4 intervals, 0 to 15, 15 to 30, 30 to 60, and 60 to 100 must be captured at these 6 to 9 soil pit locations. Now you know how to dig a soil pit for CEMA 221. Visit our website or contact us at soilconservation@boisestate.edu if you have any questions. Follow our social media for updates and a CEMA Field Day training near you.